We're taking big strides in our minimalism journey today by doing a space that I've always struggled to keep tidy, the master bathroom. So far, we've minimized the whole downstairs of my house, including the kitchen, living room, coat closet, and even part of the upstairs, like the playroom and the linen closet. We've come so far, and now it's time to just keep trekking along. I would say this space is one of the more lived-in areas of my home. This is going to be quite the challenge because this bathroom is just packed with everything. This space is yet another result of a lot of laziness and neglect, and it's just time to own up to it and fix it. My goal with this space is to give every little thing a home, and every product needs to be really easy to access and take inventory on. But you'll see me getting rid of most of this stuff so I can drastically downsize the effort I have to put in to maintaining this organized space. I'm so excited to lift the weight of these excess things off of my shoulders so I can actually thrive in a clean environment. Here's what the bathroom is looking like now. I didn't clean up anything for this video because I wanted to show you guys real life and the true reality of what this room has turned into. So we have this vanity, of course, that we need to clear out. Things in here have been building up for months and I don't even know what's in here anymore. So many empty bottles and unnecessary items that I cannot wait to get rid of. We also have this little closet in our bathroom that has turned into a catch-all for all of our things, and it's just a hot mess. I've mentioned before to make sure to not buy any organizing bins before you start decluttering because you'll come across so many throughout your house along the way that you can use. Here's my collection of all of my organizers that I found going through everything, so we're going to bring all these upstairs so we can utilize them in the bathroom. Before I start taking everything out of the drawers and cabinets, I just want to make sure I have a clean space to work on. I'm going to be spreading everything out all over the countertops, all over the floor, so we're going to need all the extra surface areas we can get. I'm going to do a real quick speed clean of this mess that was already here, and then we'll start tackling the mess that's on the inside of these cabinets. All the surfaces are clean and ready to go, so now let's start decluttering. So because my countertop isn't the biggest, I'm gonna pull everything out of the drawers first, organize them, and then we'll move on to the cabinets. If I were to take everything out at once, I think it would be a little bit too overwhelming to have that much stuff everywhere, and it would make it a lot harder to see the vision or how you want to organize and what you want to go where. So we're just gonna do little sections at a time so we can make it easy on ourselves. When I'm cleaning everything out, I'm making sure I go in with a vacuum and I'm just vacuuming out all the spaces, all the crusties off of these drawers that have just kind of accumulated over time. And I just want to kind of emphasize that because if you're clearing everything out, like, you might as well just take that extra step and use the vacuum and just wipe it down a little bit and just give it a little bit of extra love. So like always, when I'm sorting through everything, I'm separating them into different piles. So I have a trash pile, a donate pile, and a keep pile. So when I take something out of the drawer, I make sure to put it in its designated pile right away, so I don't have to sort through it later on when I'm trying to put everything back in its place. It just makes it so much easier to put everything where it belongs right when you take it out of the drawer, rather than to just do an extra step and to sort through everything. I know I wanted this top drawer to be the things that we use every day because we're always reaching into this drawer for deodorant, toothbrushes, just everyday useful stuff. So I made sure to have our everyday items on the top drawer, and I just kind of used some different organizing methods and techniques until I liked the layout of it, until I thought it looked good, until I thought that it would be the most functional for us. So I always like to play around with putting different organizers in and just trying things out in different spaces so we can get the best result. The drawers are done. I will show you guys the end results of those at the end when I do a tour of everything. But now I'm just gonna move on to the cabinets. So I'm just taking everything out of this cabinet and putting them into my designated piles like we did before, and just repeating this process and moving right along to this next cabinet. This cabinet took really not a long time because there was not a lot of stuff in there, and not a lot of stuff went back into this cabinet. I still wanted a place to put all of my cleaning supplies, like my bathroom cleaning supplies, but I just had way too much in there, and I had so many empty bottles. So a lot of stuff came out, and just a few things are going back in, and that's exactly how I like it to be. In this cabinet, I literally found a plant in there. I don't know. I do know. It's an aloe vera plant, and I used to put it on my face, and I forgot that it was in there, and it's just been growing and sprouting in there. So that is disgusting. So we took care of that. Just wanted to point that out there. It's real life. This is how we live with live plants under our cabinets, okay? That was the easy part. We are actually done with the vanity, but now it's time to move on to the hard part. So this is our little closet that we have in our bathroom, and there is just so much random stuff in here, just makeup and soap and shampoo and nail stuff and perfumes and just everything that you could possibly think of and more is in this cabinet. So we're gonna take everything out. I'm gonna start with the top half of this, because again, I don't have that much space that I'm working with, and I just don't want to overwhelm myself. So I'm just going to start with the top half and then get the top half organized, and then we'll move on to the bottom and just kind of do it in different sections because there is not enough space on this floor to just take everything out at once. Right now I'm going through my makeup and lotions and perfumes and all that stuff, and the amount of expired products I found was just insane. I always forget that makeup expires, but when I found stuff from 8 years ago, I thought, yeah, I probably shouldn't put this on my face. So here's your reminder to go through your cosmetic products. Most of the stuff in here was empty makeup that just never got thrown away, and honestly, there's just a lot of trash that needed to go. And everything that I want easy access to, I'm just putting in a clear bin. So I use contacts every day and makeup and hair products. So everything that I use on an everyday basis is just gonna be on the middle shelf right where I can reach it really easy and in a clear acrylic bin so I can see it. Now that everything is done on the top shelf, we're gonna move on to taking everything out of the bottom shelf and just repeat the same process that we did on the top half. Everything is cleared out. Here is what we're working with. There's a lot of stuff, so let's start sorting through it. We're getting there, you guys. We have a few boxes down and only a few more to go. I'm gonna tackle this last perfume box really quick, and then we're gonna start putting everything back on the shelves, and finally, it's almost done. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, my goal for this space was to make sure everything has its own home. And I love to organize by grouping everything that's categorized together. So all the hair will be together, all the makeup will be together, and so on. And everything is pretty much organized now. So I'm just gonna kind of pick up my mess and clean up a little bit, because just because the shelf is organized doesn't mean the rest of the space is organized. So we wanna make sure that we pick up after ourselves so it can really feel complete. And that's it. We're finally done. I'm gonna give you guys a real quick overview of everything. And so I'm gonna put up a little before picture on the screen here just so you can kind of compare the two. And I love how everything turned out. And I love how much stuff I got rid of. I wanted to leave this drawer empty on purpose because my kids love to pull everything out of it. So that was my goal, to just have an empty drawer so I don't have any mess to clean up. So we got that done. Now here is the before of the closet, just so I can remind you of what it was looking like before. And here's the closet now. I always make sure to show you everything that we're getting rid of. So we had 3 big trash bags. There's only 2 here, but my husband was great and took the first one down for me. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching if you are still around. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. I post all kinds of videos about all things home related. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and I would appreciate it so much. And we'll see you in a few days in a new one. Bye guys.